It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got C.J. Stroud. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Falcons and the Panthers, next on Madden Football.
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Two men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And a look here now at their fourth-year quarterback.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily, but that'll help my team.
The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 29-yard line.
A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. The drive stays alive. A third down gain of 8. The Falcons at 500 at 6-6. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Check in on the numbers last week for Robinson. 13 carries, 95 yards.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team this...
Well, they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack. 3rd and 9 here. Now Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
They'll make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively. And not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Stroud. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And trotting out there leading them is their 4th-year quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100-plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Off the play fake, Young. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
You talk about this Falcon defense.
They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the passer, number 28.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
That throw by Young incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 23. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Stroud. And caught by London. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
At the 35-yard line.
Option right. Here's Stroud. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Falcons. Chase Claypool with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Falcons are on the board first here this afternoon. And they just ran the fly route there, didn't they?
You broke it down perfectly. He ends up catching that one and taking it all the way into the end zone.
Well, thanks. It was pretty simple to break down, though. I mean, that's just a guy going, running on the go route, making a play.
Speed,
Kills.
speed, speed. And what does it do?
It kills.
There you go.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Scoring summary. 3-play drive.
And it was finished off by the Chase Claypool touchdown catch. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This taken in at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and not have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. The play fake. Now Young.
Got his man. It's Jonathan Mingo.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That goes for a gain of 31.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A first down throw for Young.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Lee McNeil, what an effort to get in there and drop it.
That's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. Now Young. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Devin Lloyd, the one to get home and earn that sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt.
And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
And Stroud now to throw. That is caught. And he's going to have the Falcons first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains, because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is,
that's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 52 yards.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big yardage.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Here goes Stroud again. That's out wide here for Robinson.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Throwing now is Stroud.
And Davis with it left side. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Chase Claypool with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game.
And the Falcons have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. In the second quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. And he'll work down inside the 45.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 39.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of the tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
And Young's throw there incomplete. The 3rd down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage.
Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Well, the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Well, down 2 touchdowns already. I guess they felt they needed to go for it, but still early, still first half.
I think conventional wisdom says, look, as you point out, you got a whole half to play. Hang in there. Don't give up any more points in this situation. Do a little adjusting at the half and come out ready to go. But sometimes those coaches can just sense their team. Maybe they're a little flat or they need a little extra inspiration. They decided to go for it there and try to kickstart things.
They'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down. And they'll go play action here with Stroud. And that one on the money to Claypool downfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 35.
Well, it worked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps. It delivers a big play here for this offense.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. In on the tackle is the lineman, Perrion Winfrey. Here's 2nd and 10.
At the 18-yard line.
Stroud looking to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Shaq Thompson able to record his 5th sack of the season. This offense so far on 3rd down, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. Stroud to throw it. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first-half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 3rd down and 1. They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Yes, it's the first half, but we'll see if that stuff there on 3rd and 1 comes back to haunt him.
I hope you don't mind, but it's not going to stop me from putting a check mark next to this play. Let's look back as this game progresses and see if this is one of the key plays in the game, even though it occurred early.
Here's Matt Ariza now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 18. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And it will be Falcon football. The Notre Dame man, Chase Claypool, in this offense, ready for their upcoming possession. We're in the second quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain him?
We know he's a nightmare. So in this situation, I would go ahead and double him.
There he goes, left side. Sheds off the tackle. Touchdown, Falcons! Kyle Pitts, 68 yards. And the Falcons continue to pull away here this first half. Charles, that was a heck of a play.
It truly was, because when he made that catch, he had to shake through some people, right? So that play, to me, a highlight film that should be accompanied by bass music, right? I mean, boom, 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 and he finds his way to the end zone. Terrific play.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
3rd and 5.
6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
To throw, Young.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speed.
And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Now here's Stroud on 3rd down. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. Koo knocks this one through the post. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So they get the 3. It was 4th and 1, and I think you were doing what I was doing. I was looking down at the sideline. I'm not sure the offensive unit wanted the 3. They wanted to go for it.
But when have we ever seen a unit that didn't want to go for it in that situation, right? Sometimes it's just way more important to have the points on the board than to worry about any type of a gamble.
The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On play action, Young. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Again, it's Young. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Looking to throw, Young. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Young looks to throw on 1st down. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
2nd and 7 at the 34-yard line.
Young. And that's complete to Gates. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Maybe a moral victory of sorts. They're on the board here late in the first half, but this offense just hasn't looked that sharp.
Yeah, but at least they got the 3 points, right? At least have something to, quote-unquote, hang their hats on and maybe feel a little bit better about themselves as they head to the half.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. And the Notre Dame man, Chase Claypool, in this offense, ready for their upcoming possession. He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the second quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you're always wanting to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all those things? But the best players show up each and every week, solid games and some spectacular ones.
And he has showed up time and time again. He's got his pass-catching tight end, that's Pitts. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap to Stroud. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards. And that throw there going to put him over 4,000 yards passing now for the season, maybe strengthening his MVP consideration.
And you figure with still a handful of games left to play, 5,000 yards is not totally out of the realm of possibility. The way he is playing, I think he's going to get there.
On first down, here's Stroud. Short throw, and it's out. He put it on the carpet. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how...
And now, before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The throwing again is Stroud. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And the defense almost got one there, partner.
That could have been his first pick. He's been good so far, but you're right, that was nearly a costly mistake.
Sometimes you get a little bit too confident when the game's going along as it has been for him.
And they're going to have a first down, and they're in field goal range as well. It's a down inside the 20. Now Stroud. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
This is caught. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Kuhn knocks this one through the post. And that will extend their lead even further. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's Week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, and it's the Titans out in front in that one. The Titans trying to finish that one off and claim victory. From there, we'll head up to Indy to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Tyreek Hill up over 100 yards receiving with 2 touchdown grabs. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And this one going the visitors' way as the Cardinals have the lead in that one. Kyler Murray has thrown a touchdown pass. We just watched a very good first half out of the Ohio State man, C.J. Stroud. He connected on 3 touchdown passes in those first 2 quarters as his guys have built up a sizable lead here at the break.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. With Gabe Davis and the offense getting the football back here.
He's been a load for them to handle defensively, I know that much.
Well, look at him. He's got 7 catches on the game, and he's starting to shred them a little bit because not only is he catching them, he's picking up good yardage, keeping the chains moving, ball control, you name it. This big guy, what did you say? He's been a load for them to handle?
That's right.
Agreed.
This 7 catches, as you said, over 100 yards.
At the 35-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Stroud. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by Monty Rice.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
A give, running right, it's Hubbard.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
That throw by Young incomplete. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Now Young. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Devin Lloyd picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Stroud. Pressure comes and down he goes. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
So the completion good for 6 yards. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Stroud on 3rd down now. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's Stroud. This pass is caught by London, and he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A really good pickup of 28 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Robinson. And he gets in. Touchdown Atlanta. Bijan Robinson. He has career touchdown number 78, tying it with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Falcons extend their lead yet again. So, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because, to me, it looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This taken in right around the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Young. And his pass incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with it. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Aleem McNeil able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big. And now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Here's the Panthers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Yeah, this is going to be a Panthers first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Panthers.
Throwing, Young. That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Young to throw it. Shakir hauls it in. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. A play fake, now Young. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
They'll throw again. Young. That is caught. Touchdown, Panthers. Tutu Atwell. 30 yards. And the Panthers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Falcons offense set to go. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. And Stroud now to throw. Quick slant finding Claypool. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. On the toss, here's Robinson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
Stroud to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Stroud looking to throw. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
At the 43-yard line.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 53 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Meanwhile, Stroud's throw there, hauled in by Claypool. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Robinson up the middle. Escapes the defender. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Touchdown Falcons! Chase Claypool from 17 yards out. And the Falcons look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he returns this to the 22. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Young working out of the gun. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Young on 3rd down. That's to the sideline and incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Well, the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Well, the Notre Dame man, Chase Claypool, in this offense, ready for their upcoming possession. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now,
blitz coming, and down he goes. Monty Rice came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception. Now he gets to record a sack, too.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Handoff now to Robinson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 81 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 3rd down at 6. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They can continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Second down, Young. Completes to Shakir once again. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down. Young now. That's over the middle and caught by Mingo. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to first and 10. To throw, Young. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that will bring up second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here is Young. Open man is Mingo, complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. It'll be Young again. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
First down, Carolina.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Notre Dame man, Chase Claypool, in this offense, ready for their upcoming possession. And we get a peek at the kind of game he's having. It's been a good game. 8 catches now, Charles.
Everyone likes to spread the ball around. They want a lot of people to catch it and touch it, get a lot of guys involved. But sometimes when you have the hot hand or a person who's just really taking care of business in their part of the field, you have to keep going back to them.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 8.
Throwing now is Stroud. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
This is 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
On the counter, this is Robinson. Pushing through tacklers at the 30. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 114 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. On first down, here's Stroud. Got a man, it's London. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 13-yard line.
Here's Stroud. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Back to the ground with Robinson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Brandon, at some point, these defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Giving up a lot of points in this game, but look better on that play. 3rd and goal, Stroud. Toward the pylon, caught. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down.
Nice completion, nice gain.
Great tackle.
Really good tackle. Kept him in bounds, kept things going. What do you do here?
That's the question. Let's see what they do. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Falcons, they move back over 500 at 7-6. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Carolina, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.